Chances are, if you've hung out with a group of moms for any length of time, you have heard a laugh pee joke or a sneeze pee joke. Stress urinary incontinence is super duper common, especially among women who have had a baby, hence the mom bladder. Now, 1 in 4 to 1 in 2 women who exercise experience stress urinary incontinence. It can also be a huge barrier to exercise because lots of people don't want to go to the gym wearing a pad. So today in this video, we're going to talk about the what, the how, and the where you can go to get help for stress urinary incontinence. So first up is, what is stress urinary incontinence? And it's kind of just like it sounds. It's when your body is under stress, is doing an impact or something that increases the intra-abdominal pressure in the core canister, you're getting some kind of leakage. So those kinds of things would be laughing, sneezing, coughing, running, jumping, squat jumps, planks can do it, double unders, those kinds of things that we consider more pressure in the core canister or more high impact activities on the body. So that's a little bit about what stress urinary incontinence is. It can span from just a tiny bit of leakage to losing your full bladder. So lots of different ranges of what that looks like for different people. Now, a little bit of the how of the continence mechanism for my handy pelvis. Your pelvic floor is basically the bottom of your bottom. It is what holds in your internal organs. We hear a lot about it nowadays, but we're going to go into it in a little bit more detail. So right in here is where your urethra will go. Your urethra is kind of surrounded by the pelvic floor muscles, the fascia, everything down in there. So part of an important job of the pelvic floor is to hold the urethra in. So when you're trying to maintain continence, what the pelvic floor will do, and it's a lot like stepping on a hose to kink it, is it will try to kink it. So try to push the sides of that straw together, and this is a rubber straw. So that's kind of what the pelvic floor does to maintain continence. Now, lots of people will see that and think, well, I just have to squeeze really hard and that will help me, right? Well, not really right, because really we only have a third of that control. So a lot of it has to do with the muscles, the fascia, your brain reacting with your bladder. All kinds of things contribute to the kinkage of that urethra and whether you maintain continence, whether it be immediately or 10 jumping jacks, 10 double unders down the line. Lots of different factors contribute to that continence mechanism. So, like I just said, there's a huge difference between that person who will go to do 1 jumping jack and immediately leak to the person who will leak a little bit, 10 jumping jacks out. So it's really, really important to get an internal assessment by a pelvic floor physical therapist. They can individually assess your pelvic floor, what's going on, whether that be you need to focus on the muscle strength in that part of the continence mechanism, or whether it's endurance that is your issue. A very important piece to the puzzle. Now, how do you get to that person? Well, the first thing you can do is visit Pelvic Guru's website. She has a really phenomenal resource out there that you can find a pelvic health professional near you to get an internal assessment. But if you're experiencing that kind of leakage and it is a barrier to exercise for you, I would highly recommend a coach like me, like tons of other people out there who understand the inner workings of the pelvic floor, who can give you that guideline for you and for your body to get back to the activities you want to do, whether that's picking up your kiddo without leaking or being able to do lots of double unders at a CrossFit competition. So lots of different coaches out there that can help you find you without having to worry about sneeze peeing. So that was a little bit about the what, the how, and how you can get help for stress urinary incontinence. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at madison@madisonsmamas.com or find out more at madisonkleckler.com.